Answer me this question. I really need to know. What does XQC, Ninja, and then all these have in common? They're Pokimane's friends. Also, they have zero reputation. They're very radical people. And it took a whole content nuke to actually attack them, even though they reside pretty much on the other platform. Hello, streamers. Or, as I like to say it, a fucking mountain of rats. Because if there's one rat, there's probably gonna be more. Or there's gonna be all of them. But for me, the easy rats don't really satisfy my taste buds. I like to go for very hard and complicated targets. And we're gonna up our level versus AsmonGold. The most ironic thing being that he literally just uploaded why people hate AsmonGold. But not on his own terms. He does not upload on his own terms, he just reacts. In fact, he's a YouTube rat, and he probably can admit that if he has the balls to. Where he's a streamer and dumping all the shit into YouTube and still shows and flexes his power level basically on this platform as well. Even though it's shit content, it's pretty obvious. There is one thing we need to know before we dive in. First of all, the Deadmaus drama. What am I doing? Well, capturing rats, obviously. And apparently there's two types of rats, right? Horror gamers and streamers. There you go. That's two types of rats. We simplified everything. It's all good. Elon Musk might have been a rat, but now he's sort of doing something useful for humanity, and his stocks are gonna go down anyways, very likely. He's gonna go bankrupt, maybe? That would be fucking beautiful to see. But we're not gonna call him rat anymore. If that happens, we just look at fireworks, appreciate. AsmonGold I actually followed, like, he certainly feels to have sanity. But that doesn't mean that he's immune from investigation. He could have just been the Rat King. He kind of looks like that. 100% like a Rat King. That's the reason why you go after these people. If you can dethrone the Rat King as a terrible human being, then everything else falls apart much more likely, right? I don't have to go after other streamers, I just have to go after their king. A king who sits there and consumes content, and that's his life. That's all there is. This is how you destroy an infestation. You attack the most powerful people. So when you're gonna click on this video, what are you gonna get? Him reacting to another video, because other people have to provide ideas and content to him. He's not gonna do it himself. He's just shit posting whatever he was doing on stream, on YouTube, leeching this platform so people go on to Twitch. I always recommend people to just ignore streamers entirely. On YouTube, at least you get convenience of, well, he actually labels what he's reacting to. So that's great. And he barely makes his own original content. Like, I've seen him make a pizza, and that's, you can forget about that. I even cried when I saw that. I cried. I forgot the reason. Maybe I associated him with Pokimane, and like they're the cleanest streamers. They should be a couple at this point. If they want to escape the rat den and still look honorable people. When a content nuke drops, you should probably like leave the area. I don't know, radiation poisoning. You never know. Let's click and dissect this person. I've already made it like 5 minutes in, and it's actually fucking spicy. This guy. AsmonGold already has a hater. A very smart and educated hater, it seems. Holy shit. And it's for 4 years. Content thief, question mark? Hmm. This guy was trying to be the Jax films. Pulled the Jax films drama a few years too early. That is fascinating to me. And yet AsmonGold almost deserves that. To be question of like, but you just reacting, bro. His answer is a little bit shocking of like, it made a U-turn, like React content made a U-turn right now, and people ask me to react to things. And it's like, what? I don't think that ever changed, by the way. That that sounds like people wanting you to react because you're a reactor. I mean, that's a fucking weird response, I'm not gonna lie.
Critical thinking.
So it happened.
Funny how I changed my mind about critical thinking because of this video. I don't do critical thinking. I don't. It's not what I do on this channel. But I try to lean towards that, like especially with max stats. What is critical thinking? It's definitely not talking about J.K. Rowling and climate change. Unfortunately, critical thinking is about thinking about critical things, right? Oh, critical thinking is about being smart and approaching these very important topics with a proper set of principles. And it's like, no, critical thinking is like literally what NPCs do. NPCs think critically of like how to perfect their own lifestyles to project perfection on everyone else. I have bumped into this. Uh, and they want to look pretty, they want to build a family, they want to have a job, they want perfect. To do that, to achieve that, you have to have critical thinking because you have to always do important tasks and forget about the non-essential tasks and even reject most of the people out of your life who are slightly dirty. You know, there's a circle of NPCs running around, but they have one value. They actually have critical thinking. When they go on the internet, though, they lose all that shit immediately, which is why most people don't want to engage with shit like this. But yeah, to do critical thinking, the first thing you do is remove all the garbage in your life of caring about like celebrity drama sometimes. Like it's completely pointless. For me, I'm living on the internet. I don't care what other people do. I can do a pretty good job navigating the system and not making conclusions. This is where the video starts, right? The video starts at most people make swift conclusions into hating all kinds of influencers, and it's just a regular thing, basically. I hate people sometimes, or I make this investigation just to see what happens. You know, maybe I do, in fact, really dislike AsmonGold. Maybe I do uncover something really terrible about him. And now I'm just like launching an investigation. It's Deadmaus. We have extra time. He does not have to be a rat to get into a trap. He just has to be amongst the rats, doing something shady.
People don't like critical thinking because critical thinking breaks down narratives, and a lot of people that are in charge of internet communities have more of a allegiance to a narrative than they do.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's very insightful words. There's another thing we need to know, and I should have said that previously. The concept of morality collapse. Morality collapse happens when bad things happen, but you're not going to do anything about it. And I live in the morality collapse. I live in a place called Europe, unfortunately. Europe has a clear morality collapse during the apocalypse. We have way too much migration, but it gets worse. Because Eastern Europe does not necessarily have much migration. It has its own problems. of people don't even want to lift a finger for anyone else. We are not friends bordering Russia, guys. Anytime something bad happens, all the NPCs just collapse like they were robots that don't have to participate. They just faint and have no ability to help you in any way. You call police? Nope. Nope. I detect a pattern of behavior. Can we investigate this? Nope. I call the closest person that we would call leader in a community of the apartment. It's known as commandant. Doesn't show up. Doesn't show up. Like, oh yeah, I busy. Oh yeah, the work days are busy and the weekends are busy. Oh, of course. There's not a free day in the universe to be able to do your fucking job. Morality collapse is insane. Someone attacks you, and it's like, wait, they can do that? They can just do that? They can just attack me, bro? They can just take my stuff? It's crazy without any consequences. Like, I see them fucking doing that. I see them picking on me. Can we have consequences, please? So, because the pattern of behavior will continue. It's gonna get worse. It's crazy to me when morality collapses, bro. This is where we have the fucking pedo infestation as well. This one thing. And I don't think AsmonGold is one of those people that has any sense of morality. Besides, we know him as a slightly left-leaning centrist, basically. Telling lefties that, oh, we didn't get a good enough candidate to defeat Trump. Boo-hoo. No, we got the best one. We had a female, black female. That's the best lefty candidate you can possibly pull. Black female that laughs like fucking Tom Cruise at everyone because she has just way too much power for way too long is fucking disgusting to look at. But that's the best candidate. It looked like the best candidate to me. Bernie Sanders.
To the community. You think about it like this, right? If you apply critical thinking, you come to conclusions that are inconvenient. Like, for example, I think.
Are you fucking stupid? You just said the most stupidest fucking sentence in the universe of not critical thinking. Oh, inconvenient conclusion. How could it be inconvenient?
Think that transports are like one example of that. Or you could look at it with climate change, I would say. Or you could look at it with other types of.
Oh, yeah, there's no actual specific example. We're just like throwing words around. If you apply critical thinking, because your thinking is critical in that situation, you cannot get inconvenient answers. You cannot get inconvenient answers. There's always the answer. What do I do in this particular situation? In fact, during the morality collapse, you need critical thinking immediately. What do I do right now? I have to do something. I have to help this person. How do I fucking approach this problem? You have to do critical thinking really fast. Really fast to be able to change the situation from bad to something manageable, to something salvageable. This guy does not even know what critical thinking. We forgot. We even forgot. Like, critical thinking is about really picking yourself up to do a better job at living life. Not about yapping about which celebrity still has reputation left. You know, all of them will go down. All celebrities have to fall down so other people can hop in, who are much better content creators, much more respectable, reasonable, and trustworthy. There's so many people to choose from, we just didn't fucking bother doing that. And now you would think, well, this is not a big deal, this just means you're angry. Well, again, it's lazy. We have this guy who's just fucking lazy, who provides the vibe, but that's all he can fucking do. This is definitely not the best thing we can do. And usually when it comes to like this king mentality, the biggest problem about the king is simply because he sits in a chair and blocks other people from sitting in that chair. I want to sit in that chair a little bit. What do? AsmonGold, are you going to react to my video when I make one? What are the conditions here of kind of claiming the chair for a little bit? No, he also gets to decide what to react to, whatever he feels comfortable, because it became popular. So it's like people don't really find meaning in it anymore. They already ripped it apart, and I can now easily watch this without getting into drama. The strategy here is flawless, you know, because it looks innocent when all the check marks are in. Oh, a very shady person.
Of like human rights.
A lot
Do
of
you think
hate.
critical thinking has declined? I think that critical thinking has not only has critical thinking declined, I think people have trained themselves for critical thinking to decline. Because people that make mistakes and they critically think for themselves instead of
On the internet, people just troll. They don't take things seriously, unfortunately. And if you just live on the internet, of course, critical thinking declines. Most people don't give a fuck. Most people are looking for meaning, so they troll to see how they're gonna get in trouble. You know, this is a very basic bullshit behavior. I take things very seriously around here, and because of that, you know, I get hurt. I get hurt by all the haters, all the people who just try to negate my serious app presence, basically, in this platform. I'm really serious on things. I have been around, and I want compensation too, because I'm putting a lot of effort into this. You can subscribe. You know, you can help me reach compensation and reputation. So you should try that epic button. Fuck, I had to confront neighbors again in a different light. Literally go on a staircase, public staircase. You know how apartment goes. They just boom, boom. Fucking nasty. Oh shit. The drama just goes on. Doesn't stop. People have to funnel their anger somehow in some stupid ass ways, making noise. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, dude. Your anger is no match for my anger. I try to be nice all the time.
just
I
repeating
do care. Caring is important.
what they've already, people get ostracized and they get kicked out of their community.
Funny thing is, that's not true. If you catch the vibes correctly by putting more energy, you becoming more of a part of a community, you become more trustworthy, because people don't stand by your sides when you're making certain actions, meaning that you stand on your own. And as long as you can stand on your own, that makes you a better person. They will be surprised when I stand on my own in 2026 and 2027. Right? Now that I stand on my own, it's like, wow, this is a respectable man. But they will be surprised that they do hurt me by just not siding with me. Because all you have to do is not side against me. That would be good enough. That would be just, it's just stock reality. When I say, where's the noise coming from, just say where it's coming from and what's going on. Just give me all the information, because you're making nuisance. You're making people scared potentially. Who the fuck knows how they feel? Maybe all people are fucking ridiculously egoistic and don't care about nothing. But I need to know. I need to know now for sure. If you have too much ego, it's time to share that shit, and very likely you don't. Here's the situation I live in. You will never fully understand. It is just miserable.
So I think it's even thinking. They're afraid of critical thinking because that could put them in an opposition with people that they're on the same side with.
This is actually a good insight, but still we're using the words critical thinking, meaning that oh, you might change your minds. No, you always side with people that you live with, that are your friends. Otherwise, you have to, disown your friends because you don't like their behavior for some reason, for some good reason. So, and sometimes you lack the critical thinking to dismantle your friendships. That's when critical thinking could actually be applied because your friendships literally determine your fucking future, right?
Moderate wing of fascism thing.
Yeah, people gonna yap about the king, and the king is gonna get all the reputation back. But there are ways to dethrone the king. One thing in particular we're gonna discuss is streaming. I think streaming should die. I think there's better ways to make content. I think AsmonGold actually is more of a better YouTuber than streamer. And he should lean onto that and escape the burning building, basically. Streaming is one of those things that is getting replaced by all the other style of content. Because all that you do is you become a part of this meme troll community that just wanted to vomit and shitpost into the streamer's mouth, basically, but didn't quite make it there because they just become a blur of a creature, a blob. Just like Russia, just big blob. I mean, it's terrible. People just want to do things and they get attracted. But it just turns into this nonsense, brain damage, basically. And that's what streaming is mostly about. And I think this is an actually live chat or two chats layered together because you know why.
Also,
Yes.
AsmonGold's editor is a non.
Yeah, this one is an actual live. A little bit less brain damage, but it's like, horse. There you go. Streaming is just absolute pain in the ass. Like, what is this? I'm sorry. Is that legit?
Nazi.
So,
Fuck ass.
Nazi.
so Adolf Jr.
My editor is a Nazi. I guess we're not seeing his point of view.
Wait, did he said not seeing? Nazi? Is that how it's translating? I guess I don't not see.
For React content. In my
What I found to be really funny about people
Is that it's U-turn, boys.
that I'm not reacting.
People mad because I'm not reacting, because I sit in a fucking React bubble. Lol, true. No, you're just in a fucking bubble, echo chamber, where you pretend that the only thing you hear are your fans. Or cloud chasers, Please react to my content. I need views. This is why AsmonGold has another dangerous trait. He shall react, and you will be defeated, basically. You should tremble in fear, for he shall react and defend his throne that easily. Unfortunately, I am also a React streamer channel, except exclusively on YouTube, my friends. And I don't actually stream, but I do stream a lot of thoughts. Alright, my thoughts get a stream. I personally don't. My face does not get a stream. But guess what? My thoughts, they constantly come out of my head, and it's just like, wow, that's amazing. That's not me, by the way. That's just Deadmaus. I wouldn't claim that. But only for this moment I shall. For we are indulging in a Deadmaus drama.
Watched it. And they saw that,
They will be mad.
and this happened to watch, and then
Now everything is a win-win. Whether we react or don't react, it's a win-win.
it also no longer am I this parasite, but I'm now I'm the ring giver.
The king of the jungle,
I'm
bro.
the person that they want me to react to the video because that legitimate.
I think we escaped all the trauma surrounding React content. Unfortunately, we didn't. Because we're comparing streamer versus YouTuber, and while I sided with Sniper, with AsmonGold, the situation is way worse. But not bad enough, It's just not quite good. Like, I'm not gonna watch his channel. I'm not interested. But sometimes he's gonna bump into, like, relevant topics and videos being uploaded on YouTube, and it somewhat can save you some time. Not just waste your time. If you know how to use it, AsmonGold still has a use case. I'm not dethroning him past 7 minutes. All right, we have to consume this whole video in order to be able to stand a chance.
Researcher stumbled across
And the next thing that happens is very interesting. I mentioned this guy who happens to be the biggest AsmonGold hater, it seems. And I love that. I love that AsmonGold already has the biggest hater. That is, you're on that level now, where someone's chasing you down, just like Thunderfoot is the biggest hater of Elon Musk. And I appreciate that so much. Anytime there's a biggest hater, I'm probably gonna be their biggest fan.
a video of AsmonGold as the primary example.
This guy's been mad about me for like I think 4 or 5 years now.
Dark Viper had some decent points and clearly did a lot of research into this video content itself, but rather about his personal take and commentary. People watch him
Get the fuck out of here. Only like really dumb people need to hear what AsmonGold has to say. The actual use case I just told you is to keep up with the trendy topics of whatever the fuck is going on. And it's almost like a desperate way to keep up because you shouldn't really care about it because it does not feed your critical thinking. All right? How's that Dr. Pepper going?
because they want to hear his thoughts just with the
Anyone with critical thinking would already drink out of their fucking cups because at least that simulates that you have made tea. You have made a drink. You are ready, you know? Where are you sitting? Instead of being ready by purchasing items and projecting, well, something that's not quite critical thinking. Not quite the highest standard that I would appreciate, you know? Since I'm YouTube CEO, by the way.
content, not just the content. Audience will still
It's a great precedent to shut down the rat farm of streaming and make them be exclusive to that one platform. It's an absolutely nut busting moment of like, you guys should just do that. You should just focus on your platform, okay? Don't go to YouTube. I don't like you guys. And that's it. You know, one policy change. If you stream, you can't do YouTube. That's it. It's the end game right there.
tune channel.
Some might say, but act man, he's stealing views from you. Those views belong to you.
There's a very interesting thing that happens, and it was in capitalism, right? Coke machine plus Pepsi machine, and all of a sudden you have more. Oh shit! I should not write things down. I'm really bad at it. But Coke versus Pepsi, if you put two vending machines together, they actually yield twice as customers each, meaning that the customer amounts quadrupled because of the vending machine showing up versus competition. When people have options, the convenience goes up. The hotspot keeps growing. How does that translate with AsmonGold behavior? It's actually completely different. All right? Equalization. That's what's happening, right? If you have a lot of viewers, some viewers will, detach and be free-floating particles to get attracted to the video and just say of like, oh, AsmonGold reacted to your thing. And it's like, they feel like they're doing something valuable in that particular moment. So equalization based on whoever you associate, this is why society
For
and
certain, but what I
socialism,
can say is a lot of people
this is why
who are
socialism is associated with equality, right? Society breeds equality, meaning that socializing will equalize you with the people you associate with. It's just, that's the rule. When it comes to capitalism and competition, you should have competition. You should strive to be better than your opponent. This is not what's going on here. All right? This is a dude running around the internet and sort of spreading his seeds. Maybe his viewers going to turn into good fans of certain style of content, but potentially they're just going to swing back at the same time. I don't know. It feels like a win-win relationship but too shallow for me to care too much about.
That React content exists inside of the ecosystem and then therefore cannibalizes views away from the original content. Also have an instance where a person
I don't know, he's trying to equate this with gaming, basically. The funny thing is, it's literally equal. If people are playing the game, it's a confirmation that the game is fun, right? You get to see the gameplay, but that does not mean that now the views or purchases have been siphoned. Like, what the fuck are you... No, it's the same thing. Same thing as gaming. Literally the same thing. It's the same thing as community building. What are you talking about? Because you're trying to be smart. You know, you're trying to appear intellectual. That means it's gaming. He literally comes from gaming background. It's gaming. It's the same thing. You cannot fall too far away from where you started. You cannot roll around and appear in a completely different situation. No, gaming is logical thinking of how to be best in alternative rule sets, basically. When you're just actually sitting on your ass and doing nothing in real life, right? You're just trying to be intellectual, which haven't fucking changed. Again, this guy still sits on his ass and trying to win some kind of fucking intellectual game. And the more he participates in this intellectual game, some people will be like, oh, I don't want to play this, you know, because someone is doing it for me. The same exact thing, all right? Whatever he's trying to argue out to get his heat down, you know, and all of a sudden it's the situation of, like, who is actually respectable, trustworthy, and the esteem type of things, because whatever narrative he spins, I have to actually counter that narrative. This is where things get really dark. And he does not even know that, I'm pretty sure. Despite being on the throne. But, like, it's pretty simple, right? Whatever this guy says, he has so much reputation that he can actually muddy the waters of how people think. Winning the intellectual battles is actually quite beneficial for rats. You know, everything is still sus right now, unfortunately, and even small tiny twists, small inconsistencies, or intellectual mishabits would yield him still more power. And yield me more frustration that people would laugh at me wholeheartedly, looking at me, you have been defeated, and nuh-uh, we haven't finished the video yet.
and whose perspective
Making video games and videos is very much the same thing. Videos don't last very long, they're not as interactive, while games have replayability. AsmonGold is trying his fucking hardest to make a difference between these two things, but there is no fucking difference, unfortunately.
reacting to a video is different than reacting to playing a video game. Not always, right?
What the fuck, right? If you're reacting to a video game, you're signaling to people based on your reputation whether you like the video game or not. That's it. You're playing a critical thinking role in the video game world of, like, determining whether the video game is good or not. It's worth playing or not, based on your preferences. That's it. That's what people want to see. That's why people want reactions. People want to see approval or disapproval of certain ideas. That's how simple it is. And AsmonGold is pulling some kind of fucking twisted rabbit moment, basically. Twisting his legs just to make a difference.
Not always.
Oh, so sad.
I think it's kind of different. I don't think it's different personally.
Wait, what?
Of Dark Viper.
Funny thing is, I don't know his stance after he said that. Because we're all on the stance that it's not different. So he said it's not different. I don't know what the fuck's going
A's
on.
video.
Then.
There's something
To this video that you will come to understand why this exposure and money would either entirely or almost entirely have gone to other content creators if not for AsmonGold's interference.
Exactly. That is literally exactly the problem. A king, a greedy king, is a dangerous one. That's why I don't want to be greedy if I get on a throne. That's why I'm YouTube CEO, because I know I'm not greedy. I deserve this. I'm just gonna live a good life, being surrounded by cool people, and they will be willing to, give me something in return. That doesn't even have to be monetary. Just hanging around them, spending time with them is absolutely amazing. Eating their food is amazing. Being in their room, seeing how they live is amazing. Getting a girlfriend for the first time is amazing. Shit.
Not just
channel on
Although AsmonGold should get a girlfriend, right? Oh, that would ruin his entire fucking facade. Oh shit. If there was a girl leeching attention away from, like, every single YouTuber is a degenerate in that sense that they have a hard time making relationships, and holy shit, that includes streamers too, even more so, because like you don't even have time. You have a very strict schedule. You don't even have time to indulge into this find a person that you like behavior. Oh shit, that's very difficult now. Another thing that's, not selfish, not too selfish, not greedy, because you have to be selfish but not greedy, right? That's the principle. You have to think about yourself because you only have yourself to think about. But anyways, so my idea of what I would do if I had this fame and fortune is I would seek a partner. I would openly seek a partner. Just pretty obvious thing to do. And I feel left out when YouTubers don't do that. When YouTubers have all this power, but refuse to ask of like, can I get a girlfriend, please? Ooh woo. Like they can't do that shit. They don't acknowledge their own loneliness and pathetic nature, I would say. And with AsmonGold is a lot worse because we see a lot more seconds of his pathetic life.
YouTube, including Dog Viper AU. Dog Viper has 1.5
Completely fucking agree. So true.
to watch Asmon.
Yeah, he's latching on. He is so insecure right now. He's latching on to the counter idea of, oh yeah, he's just a critic. Don't matter, you still leech. You still be leeching. You still be sitting on top of everyone when it comes to React content through streams. Still on top of the throne. And now the real question is he a good critic? Of course not. That requires a specific style of video making, not just like react on the spot. You're not going to generate good thoughts. This is what actually is missing, right? Streamers have a hard time with good content. Because it's so easy to lean onto stream to be the only style of content that they have. But if AsmonGold just decided to, by the way, they lost a very important streamer, almost allowing me to trash all the streamers at once because of that. I forgot his name though. No, not Logan Paul. He also killed Ludwig. I still remember. That was a real deal. Ludwig was a real deal on YouTube. He was just kind of storytelling. Yeah, was decent content creator and comparable to AsmonGold. But he genuinely tried to make content. In this situation, we don't have a person who's actually working towards YouTube. We just have a shit poster on YouTube. Yeah, you react to so much content, you pretend to be a critic, but in order to be critical, you have to take your time, step aside, really put your thoughts together, and then smack your approval or disapproval in a strong stance. What this is just sloppy criticism. Very sloppy. Shouldn't be praised by any means. But because he has such popularity on Twitch, well, let's translate it as crudely as possible, right? Let's make things more convenient. And that's what wins all the time. Convenience. Not the fact that he's a critic, but he's convenient for people who want to find him on YouTube. That's it. Convenience always twists the narrative very heavily. If there's a convenience shop, but there's murders happening in there, well, it's still a convenience shop. except for murderers also. It's like it's convenience just really is such a high level value in a capitalistic world. It's like if you want to bully someone, who are you gonna bully? A person who's most convenient, my friends. That's capitalism right there. Whatever is most convenient is gonna happen, unfortunately. It is absolutely ironic that this video just fell into my lap of why people hate AsmonGold. Finally. That's what I wanted to discuss, after all. You know, I love convenience sometimes. It turns into a glitch of the Matrix. Alright, we're very slow so
Gold
far.
or
Yeah.
other
But maybe we just need 2 videos, not 1. Maybe we need to make things less convenient for people who just want quick relief, and we have to make it more convenient for people who want to sit around and keep learning things. How about that?
real issue anyway.
Consumers are the problem. Hey, don't flip the script. The real problem is lack of support. We should have shadow days on YouTube where we're only watching people under 1 million subscribers. There should be meta changes to YouTube. And we're slowly realizing that meta has to change. And meta is dependent on what is available for consumers. Consumers are not the problem by all means. I'm so sorry. If you're gonna fucking flip the script right now, I will be so pissed. It's the meta that has to change. It's always the game that's the problem, not the player. The player is gonna do their stupid shit in order to win. You know, they have their own incentives to do stupid shit. But if the game allows that to manifest for way too long, we have a problem. And right now, YouTube does not reset the meta, does not reset the ladder of people climbing with subscribers up and up and up, and now taking the throne and just sitting on their ass and blocking, you know, sunlight for everyone else. All right, this is what's going on. This is why YouTube is still quite an unstable platform, and what motivated me to become the CEO, right? There's a big problem. The meta stays absolutely stale and not interesting whatsoever. And it's so easy to fix when you have the right mindset.
a lot of truth in this video. I recommend watching this video as it does have a lot of good points. Yes, there are a lot of bad actors out there that actually do just steal content.
What are you doing? Why are you showing Sniper Wolf? What happened here? Sniper Wolf doesn't just steal content. That's not what's going on. We have discussed that. This, however, is ass. Holy shit.
There that actually
is XQC ass. That's the difference between a streamer and a YouTuber exclusively. Sniper Wolf has literally the most like innocent personality you can possibly have, besides the rage-inducing moment of doxing because she runs out of options and doesn't get help, you know. But even that was spectacular moment. XQC, I will never even force myself to watch his shit because it's such a blatant thing. I've seen such blatant react idiots basically. Like I don't. If it's not good content, it's bad. With Sniper Wolf is actually like good content. It's like actually good content, actually comparable with Mr. Beast videos and shit like that.
do just steal. I had
There's a spectrum. I think that there is definitely a spectrum.
Let's summon Spectrum. We know that Sniper Wolf is S tier. We don't need to worry about that. But where does AsmonGold fall? This Digimon that forgot one S letter. So he clearly is not SS. You know, fucking Digimon. The ass Digimon. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think AsmonGold is very high up here. Right now, the current standard is here, but he asked for it, you know. He's ass. A S tier, maybe. Best I can give him. Then there is the S tier for people. And we have XQC somewhere in the other end entirely. And we have Jack's Films that's reacting to reactors, you know, just creating this spectrum moment where he tried to attack Sniper Wolf because everything is bad, but his reaction to Sniper Wolf was average. So even though he was criticizing someone, he was doing an average job himself, meaning that he sort of like put himself in the base center, looking after or predating after shittier reactors, basically, dunking on them now, and that's his job. And he created ReactBot that, you know, tries to propel his meme, but his soul has left his body, you know. It just shows like the need for speed with the ReactBot. All right, the RB robot, literally robot. Yeah, there's a React lore on the spectrum going on. I love this shit. I love spectrums, except when it's autism, because that's just like shit the whole way through. The deeper you go, the more shit it is. You wouldn't be able to brag on the internet that you're very autistic. Oh my god, look how autistic I am. Can't do that. Oh yeah, let's put Q in this situation. There's the jinx, basically. There are all these letters of the alphabet that don't quite make it. There's the Umpowil, which is right in there. Do I know any more reactors? There's the Emmy. We're talking about Emmy, and unfortunately she's a shitty reactor. E. Sounds about right. Sounds like below the middle point. E. There's the Pokimane. I'll put Poki below Umpaville because Poki does not even upload reactions. Actually, I should put Poki like next to middle. It seems good enough. Even though I hate her takes. Maybe because I hate her takes, I have to like, I'm obligated to throw her off. We don't have that many good reactors, and AsmonGold is like way up here, right? But maybe the gravity will pull him down while I make this video, right? While I make the next video after that, and so on. Maybe this drama is going to get some steam. Because usually when you hate other creators, the hate mob appears, gets spawned. And the real thing to do with a hate mob is troll the shit out of them. There's nothing else you can do, basically. And then ban everyone. Just ban everyone. Especially if they get like plus 10 likes or something. That's what I will be doing. That's my new strategy, basically. Oh, you can dunk on me as much as you want. I will feel no pain. There's no fucking way that I will feel pain. There's question marks. Azuland. AZ. How about that? Azuland is in there. But she quit. So she's pretty down. Alright, that's it. That's all my React knowledge that I have so far.
To their videos.
Because I don't fucking watch this shit, dude. You're the only one. You're the only sus person on the fucking spectrum.
I don't. It's me, right? If I am the topic of the video, I will react to it even if you might not want me to.
All right, that's cool.
But like that's the spec.
To defend his reputation, you have to. That's your obligation. Good luck with that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Watching 4 more of my videos, my channel exploded.
Yeah, reacting to YouTube videos is a completely different dynamic than reacting to TikToks, right? You can actually make a difference, see a difference, and help boost someone's channel if they just started making YouTube videos. That's crazy. It's a beautiful thing, symbiotic social relationship, basically. You don't have to even be in the same community of intellectual people, right? Or you are entering a community because you have been reacted to, so now you're obligated to sort of acknowledge AsmonGold's existence and stuff like that.
I even memed
This is more of a context, not anything against or for anything right now.
him about this behind YouTube.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Here's what I offer you, some shitty fucking audience members. It's great. in a way, that Asmon is respectably giving like half-assed audience members, but I am ruthless. I don't want his pity points, unfortunately. I will ban most of these people who are just trolling around and doing nothing productive. You know, I am ruthless in that situation personally. I'm not sure what happens because of that, but I need like serious changes for internet to achieve in people's lives instead of like luring people in and not giving them anything in return, just luring them in. Oh, a new customer, new customer, new customer. We can make serious changes in the world. Why are we looking at YouTube just as a business perspective? Like, it's definitely not good enough. If we want to keep evolving, that is.
There it is.
My videos,
Funny thing is, the biggest powerhouse on YouTube is to get another video watched, another click, getting like this vortex effect of like, you liked one of my videos, watch another one of these videos. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you'll watch another one of my videos, right? You're gonna catch up on the Deadmaus drama and be awaiting for every single upload when I smear these rats. When I find one. Maybe we'll not find it this time.
thousands of
Maybe I'll have to apologize. But only if he reacts to my video.
people have popped in to leave a like, comment. This is a negative, but in the long run,
This is why it's also very powerful, actually. It's bringing up a very interesting point, actually. If AsmonGold has like an intense community of people who watch long-term content, then you can really game the system, because he would funnel those type of viewers to watch big videos that would blow up because they're big videos and YouTube likes the watch time. It is very interesting because I had this happen with Mark Passio. Mark Passio has an audience of people who watch videos very long term and have a good tolerance to just low quality videos, even like more so than high quality sometimes, because they expect like opinion, strong opinion, powerful, mind-blowing insights and all that shit. That's what they expect. Or they just want to defend Mark Passio. That shit blew over already. Mark Passio might have actually even retired. And you definitely don't know who he is, but I captured him on my channel. It's a face. It's right there. Still getting views potentially. I don't know. Wait, this is 2.1k? That's something. Yeah, I'm still making waves on my channel. I'm so proud of YouTube feeling natural. Like, it definitely has a natural feeling to it. The only thing that is blocking the sunlight are these big creators who might not actually have much to offer in reality, unless audience is challenged to find something new for themselves. YouTube is not throwing enough challenges in the way. In the gaming world, when you are faced with a challenge, you start fucking grinding. You are relentless. But YouTube is not using that for its own advantage. It would get so much better on this platform if people were tasked, challenged, and pushed to do something productive. Make playlists. Find playlist. Like 5 videos out of this pool of videos. Which one do you like? Which thumbnails do you like? Send a comment to a creator that you have watched. This is the creator that you have watched the most. Send a comment. Because this creator also not getting a lot of comments right now. All of these could be real tasks given to people, real quests, and all of a sudden make the platform much more rich. Because when you ask a person to type in a comment, sometimes you're gonna get a masterpiece or appreciation of like it hits their fucking forehead and they're like, wow, I really did watch this creator and he's really underappreciated. I should give him feedback, you know? All of these things could be happening if we had a fucking decent platform. And right now, I'm more mad about YouTube than AsmonGold by any means. AsmonGold has not lost his reputation at the moment. Which is why we're gonna watch this as quickly as possible. This guy seems to have a clue on what the fuck is going on. A very good grip.
Hey, amazingly horrendous justifications for his watching of entire videos on stream is to passionately rationalize to ourselves things that we just want to do.
Not only we rationalize that, but we always gonna rationalize success. That is the most important thing that people blindfold themselves for. When they feel success, all the rationality goes through the window. Now they have to defend it. Defend the castle. And that's what we have to expect 100% of the time. That some people will attack and some people will defend, all based on who has the success. Everyone is already expecting that, but no one actually makes sure that that is the expectation. That is just how things gonna work. Everyone who has success will try to justify their success, that they want to keep it no matter what. While we, the people on the other side of the screen, we have to figure out reasons of why they don't deserve success, and we could have a different style of a discussion entirely by, dethroning them even for a split second. Shit happened on TikTok like this. Americans got dethroned just for a moment to give Europeans a fucking fighting chance over being seen. They were shocked. They didn't know what content to actually produce, but we realized collectively that Americans outshadow the rest of the world when it comes to social media. It should fucking creep the shit out of you right now. You don't understand how creepy that is. They hold such grip, such tight grip, it bleeds everyone else. The only thing they have right now is that they speak their own language. Everyone is speaking their own unique language. That's how we find each other, basically. We type in the keywords based on our language. But the moment English spreads even further, and this content gets translated, we are at much greater threat than before. I think this is the end of the video, and we don't have to dig any deeper than this. But the next video comes right after. So, can AsmonGold stomach this? No. No, he won't. It's too much. It's not good quality, guys. We're gonna still slip past the Rat King. Because there's no way you can fucking react to this. Oh, wait, I found a rat. Right? Right? There's a rat in there. React content. Sniper does not even make React content, by the way. It makes compilations. See you guys next time.